Hi everybody, this is Terry and I'd like to welcome you to Beautiful Blues. It's a collaboration with Mandy and I. Mandy's from Sunflowers Indoors and I'm from Sweet Pea Papers Junk Journals and the Sweet Pea Papers YouTube channel. And Mandy's YouTube is also Sunflowers Indoors. And all the information that I'm going to give you is going to be in this week's event. So make sure to go to the event tab and click on the Beautiful Blues Week 3 event. Got a big mess going on here. We've been moving along. And yeah, and so that's how that goes. We're going to have 4 weeks of creating weekly inspirational videos to help you get going, weekly giveaways, and it starts March 3rd, or it started March 3rd, and it's going to go till the end of March. Okay, so that's that. The quick things that I need to tell you real quick are that, yeah, Mandy's YouTube is Sunflowers Indoors, and mine's Sweet Pea Papers. Week 3, the prompt is create an ATC card, which is 2.5 inches by 3.5 inches. If I'd have read that, I'd have been much better off, because we're going to have a bonus video on me showing you these decorated cards, because they're not ATC sized and they have lace that comes off of them, and I just didn't understand the whole concept of a ATC because I'd never done one before. Anyway, the hashtag for this week is hashtag Beautiful Blues Week 3. The dates are the 17th through the 22nd at midnight UK time, to create your makes and your pictures and get them all videos and get them all uploaded and posted and everything by midnight UK time on the 22nd. Now, remember where you live, check it on Google, figure it out. I live in Seattle area, and so I'm in Pacific time. Pacific time is -8 Greenwich Mean Time. So Mandy's 8 hours ahead of me. So if you're -5 and you're in Eastern time, then Mandy is 5 hours ahead of you. She's at Greenwich Mean Time, which is 0, 0, 0, plus minus 0. Anyway, you figure it out. If you want to be safe, just have everything up by the 21st. We're going to be working with the Beautiful Blues kit. There's over 60 pages, and you can get it at Mandy's Etsy shop, Sunflowers Indoors. Now, make sure that when you, if you're just not going to click on the link, if you're going to type it, make sure you remember there's a UK in the middle right in there. Okay, there's going to be a 20% discount if you use the code BLUES20, and that's valid through March of 2025 only. You can get your freebies that we're giving out every week at Junk Journal Fix with Sunflowers Indoors and Sweet Pea Papers Junk Journals. Those two Facebook groups are the only two that you can get the freebies at. Please make sure that you use either kit papers or freebies or both in your projects, and you can, of course, add your own embellishments. Okay. There's going to be 3 winners from each group each week. So that's a total of 12 kits up for grabs each week across all 4 Facebook groups. Why do I say 4? Well, there's 4 groups that you can enter to win in the Beautiful Blues collaboration. Now, the 4 Facebook groups here, 2 of them are mine and Mandy's, where you get the freebies from. The other 2 are my other 2 groups where you can enter, and there are drawings, but you do not get freebies there, okay? And that's Junk Journal Tutorials and More, and Junk Journal and Paper Crafts, okay? You'll receive 1 entry into the giveaway per post, and per group. So if you create 3 items that week and post it in all 4 groups, you'll have 12 entries in that week's event across all the groups. The more you create, the more entries, and the more entries, the better your chances of winning. If you do decide to purchase the kit and use that as part of your make, whether you use the freebies or not, you'll receive an additional entry for each post that you upload. Remember, you have to tell us that you're using the kit in your post, or we don't give you the extra entry. We don't give you 2 entries instead of just 1 entry. Okay? All right, there's more in here, lots more. Be sure to go to the event tab and read the whole thing. The links are clickable too. All right, so this week is ATC week, week 3. Now, my blue cards that are going to be the extra video turned out very pretty. But I obviously, as you can see, did not understand what an ATC was. I thought that the rectangles that printed out in week 3's freebies were the size of ATC cards because they were on the page that size. They're not. 2.5 by 3.5 is the size of an ATC. So that's what we're going to do. That's why we have a bonus video. Week 1, we made the journal topper, which goes like this and then like that on top of the folio that we're going to do. And that will have been going on already, and by now is probably done. For the Beautiful Blues collaboration, I'm actually making an entire folio as well, releasing videos on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, possibly a Saturday here or there. And then week 2, we did the modified index card. So we've got all of these things to put in our folio and on our folio. Okay? So today we're going to take these, and we're going to cut a couple of them into 2.5 by 3.5. Which I guess is close to business card size. That one. I do not know how to decorate something this small. Trying to decide which side to use of the paper, which side I want to cut off. Well, that worked out. That one turned out pretty. So those are those, and this is the back side, and this is the back side. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to leave these as the back sides and not decorate those sides. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to decorate the 2 sides that have the patterns, which are the sides that were the pictures in the freebie for this week. Okay, so I've got gesso on here. I didn't think it was going to bother me, but there's a couple places that it's thick. Okay. Sort of a lean, clean machine. I know you guys are probably in shock that I didn't clean it, but I'm doing these videos kind of just in a couple days. So, alright, so I've got some of the embossed paper left over. I've got some words. I printed the 2 ephemera pages again from week 1. Because remember, you've got week 1, week 2, and now week 3's papers to work with if you're using only the freebies. And I decided to do these challenges using only the freebies because there was enough paper to do so. Then I've got this one that says I can and I will. Then we've got these little numbers. What else do I have? I have 3 butterflies. And I have these little book page pieces. All right. So, I think I'm going to use these 2. I'm going to ink it. We're going to be doing some inking because I just printed this stuff out. And I just scanned and cut it. It's kind of funny. I picked up the outline of this without me having to trace around it. Thank goodness. But it didn't pick up the outline of the tags that are on that page. So I think, oh, and I got this blue lace back out, which is all too much to put on here, I would think. It's got to fit in that little sleeve, my friend says. It's like baseball card plastic thingies, so it's got to slide down in one of those. I'm at a loss. There, I'll just put that on there and we'll be done. We'll be done in 10 minutes. Okay. Oh, my printer printed lines in that. We're going to pretend like it's artistic, because the lines are the same color as this cream color. Edges of this paper are so thin. I'm not going to do, well, maybe I will. So my groceries will be here pretty soon, between 2 and 4. It's actually 1:30 in the afternoon. I should have taken my medicine first. I don't think this one's going to take us very long because the cards are so small. You got to have room to write your name and stuff on the back, I think. Okay. That and that. Let's do 2 butterflies. Believe it or not, these dark blue butterflies, I had to draw around them before the scan and cut would cut them out. So bizarre. That's why they're not cut out even down to the butterfly. There's just enough white along the edges and a couple of spots that the scan cut tried to cut out the inside of the butterfly, which is not correct. I'm going to do that. Whoops. And I definitely want to use some of this. Maybe we can make two similar ones since you wouldn't send one person two. So, you know what I mean? You can make like a signature look. And then we're going to use the words. I don't know which ones. And we're going to use the two sayings. I should have had this done ahead of time, but I just got done cutting it out and I thought, well, I'll turn the camera on real quick. And I will start filming. All I knew the size. Even though it was written on the paper. I looked right at it. So don't make that mistake. Don't look at the rectangles on the page. They're to give you, you know, somewhere that you can cut around on what you want. And then think that's the whole size. They're 2.5 by 3.5. Okay. Don't do a Teri and not read the directions. When in doubt, read the directions. I wasn't in doubt. I thought I had it down. Let's punch these little holes out. All right. Now we're ready. Okay. So let's, what if we look at it like this? That makes my brain feel like it's bigger. I know it's not bigger, but it feels bigger now. Yeah, because we can fit these on here this way. And that gives us more space over here. So I'm thinking, anything that sticks off, I'm going to cut off. So don't worry. So I was thinking we could put the book page along here. this here. There's a pencil mark on there. Pencil marks on everything. I'm going to put this here with the butterfly. All right, I like that. Okay. And ink this, since I just cut it. Okay, so let's do the book page first. You know, I do Zentangles, and look it up if you don't know what they are, and you'll get addicted to them too. And they're on 3x3s, and at first I looked at that and I thought, how am I gonna get anything that on that small of a page? Then when I started doing them, I thought to myself, how am I ever going to have enough room to get this filled? I mean, how? That's too much room to fill in instead of it being too little. Anyway, I thought it some way. It's not Tuesday, not my day to think. It's Friday. Okay, and then we're going to cut the book page off. Okay. And we're going to put this on. There's some little butterflies there too. There's two sides to an embossed paper. There's the relief, which sticks up, and the other side. Don't ask me these hard questions. I told you it's not my day to think. And put the butterfly in the center. We can't have the wings stick up. I think we're going to have to cover those little butterflies. And we'll put that one like that. This is my favorite image in the whole kit. Not this necessarily this exact version of it. Put him halfway. I almost feel like I should have put the lace there, a piece of lace there, and then put the butterfly on. Like, and that butterfly won't look so hung out to dry there. Only I could have a collage end up being in rows. You should see my collages that I make. I used to make one after every project. I'd take the papers I had left and all that and open a manila folder and make a collage so that I could see the book on the wall. Trying to get this to where it doesn't stick up. Now we'll put the butterfly back on. Much better. I wish there wasn't the white around the butterfly, but if you had wishes in this hand and butterflies in this hand, even though butterflies don't really weigh anything, which one would be heavier and fill up even more? Okay, so there's that one. Now this one, put the book page across the center. The image in the center on this one, maybe. I think that's what it's going to be, folks. So I guess it's a good thing I did all that inking, because we used everything I inked except for these 2 words, which I'll save, because I'm doing the Sweet Pea Papers project for this month is going to be using Beautiful Blues as well. It's going to be a folio. I think I said that already. Wonder if I'll even need that little piece in the middle. This one's a little bit bigger, so we're going to have to trim a little bit of it off. Let's not trim off her head. Trim that book page off a little bit. I like it better straight. And though she is, and though she be but little, she is fierce. Let's get edges trimmed. Glue and book page on my scissors. So I have to take some acetone and clean these. These are titanium, so it won't hurt them. So now I have this stuff left for the big project. I didn't put any lace on this one. I think I'll put some right there. Well, it says mystical right there. Fighting with this piece of lace. Okay, let's cut it one more time and put our butterfly on. My fingers have glue all over them, and everything I touch is sticking to my fingers. Okay. And put a butterfly over here on this one. I wish I could have put this on top of the lace. Oh well. would have liked to have seen more of it. So I'm going to put the butterfly down here. Okay. So there, ladies and gents. So I do have a man in my group. Hopefully he's watching. That is a wrap. So there they are. And hold them up. There's one. Sorry about my pinky. Doing a little dance. And there's the other one. I think I like this one better, but I like them both. Alright. Well, that's it for this week's challenge. And we'll have one more challenge next week. And then that will be the end of the month. But be sure to get your entries in and make sure to watch Sundays for the videos. And make sure when you put your entries in that you're using the hashtag Beautiful Blues Week 3 for this week. Okay? Alrighty, that's it for me. I'll talk to you later.